15 things that can only happen in South Korea. South Korea is not only famous for its captivating music and enticing street food, but also home to numerous strange, interesting, and even one-of-a-kind phenomena. From unusual social rules to futuristic technology, South Korea constantly surprises us. So, what makes this country so unique and magical? In this video, let's explore 15 things that can only happen in South Korea and answer the question, are you ready to step into this completely different world? Let's get started. 15. South Korea and 20 million plastic surgery procedures a year. South Korea isn't just the land of K-pop, it's also the land of plastic surgery. Did you know that last year alone, there were up to 20 million plastic surgery procedures performed in South Korea? That's right, this country has the highest rate of plastic surgery per capita in the world, which explains why everyone here seems to look so polished. In South Korea, cosmetic surgery has become an integral part of modern urban life. And they don't just stop at simple nose jobs. Procedures considered basic elsewhere are far more complex here. Doctors perform surgeries such as altering the entire jawbone structure to create the perfect heart-shaped face, the beauty standard that everyone dreams of. Imagine walking into surgery with a square jaw and coming out with a sharp V-line chin. According to a 2012 survey, South Korea is the country where people visit cosmetic surgeons more than anywhere else in the world. About 20% of South Korean women between the ages of 20 and 50 have undergone at least one cosmetic surgery. This means that if you walk around bustling districts like Gangnam or Apgujeong, you might feel like you're stepping into a different world where everyone looks as perfect as if they just walked off a magazine cover. So, what are you waiting for? If you want to experience cosmetic surgery, South Korea is the place to be. 14. Dog meat is banned. More and more South Koreans now support the ban on dog meat consumption. A recent survey showed that most Koreans admit they've never eaten dog meat and don't intend to try it. The conversation about eating dog meat nowadays may cause more surprise than curiosity. This shift is not only due to the internal mindset of Koreans, but also heavily influenced by Western culture and animal rights movements. The impact of international culture has led many Koreans to question old traditions, and gradually their views and behaviors have evolved. Nowadays, dog meat has almost disappeared from restaurants in South Korea. If you visit Seoul or any major city, it's hard to find a place that sells dog meat. It's no longer a favorite dish. Instead, dogs are now seen as loyal companions and cute pets that you can find at parks or adorable pet cafes. Over 60% of South Koreans now support a complete ban on dog meat consumption. This is a significant societal shift considering that just a few decades ago, dog meat was still popular in some areas. Now, dogs are considered beloved friends, and many places even offer pet care services, turning them into important family members. 13. No public trash cans. One of the strangest things you might notice when visiting South Korea is that it's really hard to find public trash cans. That's right, your eyes aren't deceiving you, and you're not playing a game of find the trash can. In major cities like Seoul, public trash cans are like an endangered species, almost ready to be placed on a conservation list. You'll find yourself facing a real challenge when trying to dispose of trash after eating or walking around. But before you start complaining about the inconvenience, listen to the reason behind this scarcity. It may sound unbelievable, but the South Korean government intentionally removed many public trash cans from the streets. Why? Simply because some people were using them as a magical tool to dispose of household trash. Instead of paying for city garbage collection services, they would just find a nearby public trash can and problem solved. However, the government wasn't too pleased with this approach, so they decided that if there are no trash cans, you won't have anywhere to dump your trash. So the question is, what do South Koreans do with their trash? The answer might sound strange, but they actually carry it with them in their bags until they find an appropriate place to throw it away. This means that if you're walking around the streets, it's likely you'll have an empty chip bag or a used water bottle in your purse for a while before finding a trash can. Of course, carrying trash around might feel inconvenient, but it's also part of South Korea's culture of respecting the environment. They take public cleanliness seriously, and the lack of trash cans doesn't mean they litter. Instead, everyone takes responsibility for their waste and finds a proper way to dispose of it. If you're lucky, you might spot a few trash cans at strategic locations like subway stations or public restrooms. But be aware, they don't appear often, so when you do find one, it'll feel like discovering treasure in an adventure game. 12. Can your blood type reveal your personality? Do you believe that your blood type can reveal your personality? In many parts of the world, people might not pay much attention to this, but in South Korea, it's a widely held belief, much like how people in the West believe in zodiac signs. When South Koreans want to know more about you, instead of asking your zodiac sign, they'll ask right away, what's your blood type? Yes, that's not a medical question, but rather a way they read you. If you're type A, congratulations. You're known for being hardworking, sensitive, and perfectionistic. You're the type of person who will spend hours tweaking an email to make it perfect, or always worry about whether you lock the door properly. You might also feel stressed if things don't go as planned, but no worries, your perfectionism earns the respect of others. If you're type B, get ready for some admiration. People with blood type B are seen as creative and optimistic, always finding new ways to solve problems and bring joy to life. However, you might also be labeled as a bit selfish and irresponsible. Don't worry, if you keep things fun, people will forgive those laid-back moments. Blood type O, you're definitely strong and a natural leader. With qualities of a born leader, you tend to guide others to follow your path. But be careful, you might sometimes come off as arrogant if you're not careful. A little humility goes a long way, and the world will be yours. Finally, AB blood type, unique and special individuals. You're a blend of two extremes, rational and talented but sometimes a bit eccentric. You might propose brilliant ideas in the morning and then leave people puzzled in the afternoon with your quirks. But that's your charm. No one can predict what will come next from someone with blood type AB. In South Korea, reading personality based on blood type has become a fun game in social conversations. This often leads to lively discussions about oneself and friends. People take it quite seriously when figuring out each other's blood type, and sometimes the conversation can go on for hours, debating whether someone's personality matches their blood type. However, try asking this question outside of South Korea, say, at a cafe in New York, and you might get some puzzled looks, as if you're asking a question from another planet. But that's what makes exploring South Korean culture so fun. What may seem strange in one place can be an ordinary part of life in another. So, if you plan to visit South Korea and join social gatherings, be prepared with your answer to, what's your blood type? It could be the fastest way to connect with people, and who knows, you might discover some fascinating things about yourself that you never knew before. 11. Eating live octopus. Have you ever thought about trying a dish that's still moving on your plate? Yes, you heard that right. In South Korea, there's a dish for the brave and thrill seekers, live octopus. That's no joke. You'll be face to face with an octopus that's still quite active right in front of you. And believe me, this dish will definitely stir up mixed emotions, from curiosity and fear to excitement. This is part of the creative and slightly creepy cuisine that Koreans are so proud of. Live octopus isn't just a simple dish like sushi or sashimi you might have tried before. To eat live octopus, not only do you need nerves of steel, but you also need to chew it thoroughly before swallowing. Why? Because the tentacles are still wriggling and might cling to your throat if you're not careful. It sounds a bit dangerous, but for those who love a challenge and adventure, this is an experience not to be missed. If you're not keen on facing a whole live octopus fighting back as you try to eat it, don't worry. Some restaurants kindly cut the octopus into bite-sized pieces and remove the slime from the tentacles to make it easier and perhaps less scary to swallow. However, no matter how delicately it's prepared, you'll still be dealing with the tentacles dancing on your plate. This is where your bravery is truly tested. This dish not only attracts thrill seekers, but also those wanting to boast on social media about their unique culinary achievement. Imagine sitting in a restaurant in Seoul, a plate of live octopus in front of you, and a phone camera capturing your brave moment. Whether you enjoy the dish or not, the photo or video you post will undoubtedly garner a ton of likes and comments from friends. But don't forget, when eating live octopus, be careful with those lively tentacles. Chew thoroughly to avoid them sticking to your throat, as that might lead to an unexpected meeting with a doctor due to choking. 10. A love for sweet potatoes. If there's one food that South Koreans truly love, it's sweet potatoes. Yes, this simple tuber isn't just an ordinary dish but has become a culinary symbol and a source of pride for Koreans. From steaming street stalls offering fragrant roasted sweet potatoes to creative dishes like sweet potato lattes, sweet potato pizza, and even sweet potato cakes, it seems this route can do it all. During the cold winter days, as you stroll down the street, nothing warms your heart like the sight of hot, steaming sweet potatoes wrapped in newspaper. Not only are they a delicious street snack, but they also act as your personal mini heater. keeping your hands warm while you battle the cold. This scene has almost become a cultural symbol of the Korean winter, making it impossible to resist stopping by for a hot, crispy sweet potato. But the fun doesn't stop there. Sweet potatoes don't just appear in traditional dishes. They found their way into every corner of modern Korean cuisine. You'll see sweet potatoes popping up in unexpected places, from cool ice creams and crispy snacks to unusual drinks like sweet potato lattes or sweet potato flavored yogurt. It sounds strange, but once you try it, you'll be surprised by the sweet, refreshing taste this tuber can bring. In fact, sweet potatoes in South Korea aren't just a delicious treat, but are also considered a healthy and nutritious food. They are high in fiber, vitamins, and minerals, which not only help maintain health but also aid in weight loss and blood sugar control. This makes sweet potatoes even more beloved by those who care about a healthy diet. So if you're a fan of sweet potatoes, South Korea is a food paradise for you. You can enjoy sweet potatoes everywhere, from stylish cafes to roadside stalls. 9. 2 strange ways to calculate age. Did you know that when a baby is born in South Korea, it's already considered 1 year old? That's right. You didn't hear wrong. This might sound strange and unusual, but in Korean culture, the time a baby spends in the womb is also counted toward their age. Koreans view the 9 months of fetal development as an integral part of life, so when a baby is born, they already enter the world at 1 year old. This is how Koreans honor and recognize the pre-birth development stage, a fascinating and somewhat philosophical cultural tradition. But what's even more confusing is that every New Year's Day, everyone in South Korea gains another year, regardless of when their actual birthday is. Imagine this. If you were born in December, just a few weeks later on January 1st of the new year, you'd be considered 2 years old. Yes, you age quickly in the blink of an eye. This certainly makes the concept of age in Korea much more complex and different from other countries. If you're feeling confused, don't worry. Calculating age in Korea isn't as hard as it seems. The formula is simple. Just take the current year and subtract your birth year, then add 1. That's your Korean age. For example, if you were born in 1990 and it's now 2024, your Korean age would be 35. 2024 minus 1990 plus 1. But don't fret if this math makes you feel a bit older. Just say your birth year, and people will calculate your age for you. This creates an interesting difference between the Korean age and international age calculated the standard way. So, when you're in Korea, don't be surprised if your Korean friend suddenly becomes older by a few years compared to their actual age by international standards. In fact, this system can lead to some funny situations. For example, you and a classmate born in December might end up being older than each other just because New Year's Day arrived before you could celebrate your first birthday. 8. Jjimjilbang's Korean bathhouses. One of the most unique experiences you must try in Korea is visiting a traditional Korean bathhouse. These aren't just places to relax, they're an essential part of Korean culture where people go to relieve stress, rejuvenate, and even sleep overnight. The concept of a might surprise you, as it's not your typical sauna or bathhouse. It's a place where families, friends, and couples gather to relax and enjoy various health and wellness treatments. One of the first surprises at A is taking off your clothes. Yes, before entering the communal areas, you'll have to bid farewell to your clothing and get comfortable with your natural self. But don't worry, it's gender segregated, so there's nothing to feel shy about. It's all part of the experience and helps maintain cleanliness while giving you the freedom to fully relax without any constraints, except for a small towel. Bathing and steaming in your birthday suit will likely be a refreshingly liberating experience. Offer various hot and cold pools and saunas with different temperatures, as well as salt rock rooms. You can start by soaking in a warm pool to soothe your muscles, then switch to a cold pool for an invigorating shock to the system. Next, experiment with saunas at varying heat levels, from gently warm rooms to sweat-inducing steam rooms. There's something for everyone. But A is much more than just bathing and saunas. After hours of soaking and sweating, you can head to the relaxation areas where you can even spend the night. Equipped with mattresses, pillows, and blankets, the resting zones offer a cozy space to nap after a day of pure relaxation. If you've never thought a bathhouse could double as a place to sleep, we'll change your mind with this truly unique offering, and that's not all. Many feature restaurants, cafes, and even entertainment areas like karaoke rooms or mini movie theaters. After you're done with the baths and saunas, why not enjoy a light meal or a refreshing juice? Some also offer professional massages where you can indulge in a relaxing rub-down or get a deep, clean scrub. Number 5. Taxis in Korea. Choose by color. In South Korea, taxis come in different colors, and these colors aren't just for show. They signify the level of service and the driver's experience. If you spot a white or gray taxi, you're looking at a standard taxi. These drivers are competent but may not have extensive experience. However, if you're looking for a more luxurious ride, choose a black taxi. These premium taxis come with highly experienced drivers who are known not just for their exceptional driving skills, but also for their friendliness. Some may even share interesting stories about South Korea, adding an extra layer to your ride experience. Just keep in mind that black taxis come with a higher fare compared to their white or gray counterparts. 4. Super modern public toilets. South Korea is known for its ultra-modern public restrooms, which are incredibly clean and equipped with advanced technology that might make you feel like you've stepped into the future. These restrooms feature heated seats, automatic washing systems, and even odor-neutralizing features. The experience can be a bit overwhelming at first, figuring out which button does what may require a quick tutorial, but once you get the hang of it, you'll wonder how you ever lived without them. The cleanliness and technology of these public toilets are a source of pride, making them stand out even when compared to restrooms in other developed countries. In South Korea, Valentine's Day isn't just a single occasion. Instead, it extends into a series of special days spread across several months. On February 14th, it's customary for women to give chocolates to men. Then, a month later on March 14th, known as White Day, men return the favor, but they're expected to gift something worth 3 times the value of what they received. This system not only adds a financial element to gift giving, but also increases sales for gift companies. And if you're single, don't worry, April 14th is Black Day, where singles gather to eat black bean noodles and bond over shared loneliness. 2. Korean BBQ, a grilling paradise. If you love grilled meat, South Korea's famous BBQ is a must-try culinary experience. Picture sitting around a table with a charcoal grill in the middle, grilling your own cuts of meat. Samgyeopsal or pork belly is a popular option, grilled to perfection and enjoyed with vegetables, rice, and dipping sauces. For a sweeter taste, try bulgogi, which is marinated beef. Korean BBQ is never complete without a variety of side dishes called banchan, ranging from spicy kimchi to pickled vegetables. Don't forget to pair your meal with a shot of soju, a traditional Korean liquor that goes perfectly with BBQ. The interactive and social nature of Korean BBQ, combined with the endless flavor combinations, makes it an unforgettable experience. 1. Couple outfits, a trend of love. In South Korea, wearing matching outfits with your significant other is a popular way to show affection. It's common to see couples dressed in matching shirts, shoes, or even entire outfits as they stroll through the city. This trend, inspired by K-dramas and K-pop idols, serves as a public declaration of their bond. While some may find it a bit too sweet or over the top, in Korea, it's seen as a fun and loving way to celebrate togetherness. The couple outfit trend has become such an ingrained part of Korean culture that you might find yourself tempted to try it with your partner. With its unique blend of tradition and modernity, South Korea is a fascinating destination filled with one-of-a-kind experiences.